Good fight coming up, Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis.
Oh, that's a good one too,
Yeah,
man. I
down,
know David Haney. He's a good friend of mine. Prograis too. I don't know. It's gonna be a good fight, bro. A good fight because David Haney, I think he's gonna be boxing him around. Prograis, he's an aggressive fighter. He kind of reminds me like of a Mexican fighter, and plus he hits hard, so you can't count him out.
Let me ask you, who would give Tank the most problems, Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson?
Shakur. I say Shakur because he's more of a boxer. And if you see a lot of the boxers that fought Tank, it took him a little while, right? It took him a little while to knock him out. So I think Shakur, I think he's pretty good. I think he'll give him a really good fight. I'm not saying that he'll win. I'm not saying that he'll lose, but I'm saying that he has the ability to win.
So Haney is better off fighting at 140, where his body is calling for, because it's more and more difficult for him to make the 135 limit.
When you look at Devin's situation in this one fight that he has with Regis, one, do you feel that he beats Regis given Regis's last performance? And two, I would imagine the door's still open for him to come back. Is it the plan at all to get him after that Prograis fight?
Well, it depends on who he wants to fight. I think if he beats Regis, he's going to look to fight Teofimo, and he'll come back, and that's a huge fight.
In your opinion, does he beat Regis?
I don't know. That's, again, Regis didn't look like the same Regis that fought the close fight with Josh Taylor. He just didn't. But whatever the reason was, you can't write him off based on his body of work. And if Regis goes back to where he was, then he against Haney will be a very competitive fight. If he is on the same level as he showed in his last fight, then Haney will beat him quite easily. So it is what it is.
You mentioned about you and Devin, real quick. So is that safe to say that you would want Devin to win against Regis Prograis?
Are you his promoter?
No, I'm not. Do you think he wins that fight?
Yeah, I do. But I like Regis's mentality and all that. But I think Devin will win.
I mean, Devin has all the skills and ability to me that he can beat anybody. Prograis is, a good southpaw fighter, but the more skillful fighter, I think, is Devin.
I think Devin Haney comes out at ease with that fight. I think he's world class, and I think he'd be better at 140. And I feel like Regis Prograis in his last couple of fights has not impressed me, but I feel like Devin Haney wins it with ease.
Do you think Devin Haney outboxes him, or do you think he can stop Regis?
I think he outboxes him. I don't think he has the power to stop him, but I think he outboxes him. Yeah.
Regis Prograis, Devin Haney getting together.
I'm sure you're dying to see that fight, right?
I don't know.
Prograis is a puncher. You like punchers, right?
I don't know about that one.
You think Devin can withstand the power of Prograis moving up to 140?
I have no opinion on that one.
Good to see you, Rolly.
What do you think about Shakur's fight the other night on last Thursday?
I just told everybody. I mean, I had warned everybody. Nobody believed me. Now everyone will believe me, right? I mean, he broke a record of least punches ever thrown in a fucking 12-round fight. It says a lot about him. I don't think people are actually ducking him. I think people just don't want to fight him because it'll fuck up their fan base.
Got no pick for that. I'm real cool with Regis, so hopefully Regis could do something to get the victory.
What do you say when people were asking why were you disrespectful with Haney and Martin but not Lomachenko? How do you address that? Or?
It's two different situations. With Haney, he did some goofy shit. I ain't even about to even give y'all all the goofy shit. That's a whole long ass story. With Frank spoke on my situation. Frank went in the media. They asked him a question about me and Devin Haney, and Frank went on air and said, "Oh, if I was Shakur, I would take the offer that was presented, and so he spoke on a situation that had nothing to do with him. And then once you did that, I felt like it was disrespect, so now I gotta disrespect you.
Hey, Shane, when and why did your relationship change with Devin?
Man, like I said, I ain't trying to keep even talking about all that shit. I think that a lot of people don't know the insides of it. They don't understand that it's not me. I don't start nothing with nobody. I'm just somebody, okay, once you start with me or once you do something to me, I felt a type of way and came back at that person. But at the end of the day, I ain't about to give y'all the whole rundown. But I never started nothing. I never made it the way that it is now. But now it's where it's at and it's up.
You think y'all can rectify that?
Nah, I'm cool. I don't want to rectify nothing. I'm straight. I want to. I don't get why not. I think that would be an amazing fight. I'll beat the shit out of him. I think Devin might feel better at 140. I think he probably feels a little bit better as far as the weight, and he's not sucking himself down. So maybe he feels better at 140, and maybe he do beat Regis, but he do have a little trouble with southpaws. It look like.
If Prograis won that fight, are you like, I still want to fight Haney anyways because it's gotten personal now, or you're moving on at that point?
It don't matter to me. I'll fight anybody. So, as long as the money and the business and everything makes sense, sign me up.
Prograis and Haney, I mean, listen, kudos to Haney going up, fighting the champion, but we all kind of know the track sheet of it. And the track sheet shows Prograis been at 140 as long, if not longer, than Josh Taylor. So those guys have been burnt out for a while. With that being said, I want to go for Regis, but I don't know what kind of Regis we're going to have that night. It's hard. If he's trying to show that he can't hit him at the same time, the cards and everything's already decided for Haney.